Okay. So welcome to the Northern Lights at AQM. I'm just going to warm up. Okay, I just want to go back a couple of days and hey, we made it.
Someone on Zoom?
Nope, I just set it up now. But it's fine. It's good. Here, can you
Yes,
share?
that. Mine's been so crazy.
That's okay. It's like hard to get back into the mode. That's why I'm trying to just do it in any case. I
Yeah.
also taught yoga this morning and one person came.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's like a sleep.
No, I feel it, but I'm just trying to like do what I can, you know.
Exactly.
So, okay, good. So I was just gonna start. And um Hannah asked me if I would do something on Sirata Omer, so why not? And I brought this, these are the teachings of Yaakov Rashevsky on the Omer. And we're going to read it together. So I thought we would do also today, like yesterday, which is 8 days of the Omer, Chesed Shebegavura. So I'll read it in Hebrew and I'll translate to English. And then we'll do the day that we're going into as we speak after, hopefully. Okay, so this is a Chesed Shemistater Below. The loving kindness that hides in the not, in the nothingness. Yeshno etgar amiti ba'amirat lo. It's a real challenge to say no. Begvul v'atzira, to really set a boundary. Biyachad mul avin, especially when you're with people that you love. Yesh bi emuna sheomeret, im ani ohevet et ha'adam hazeh, ech ani yachol la'atzor oto. So there's a belief that I have inside of me that's saying, if I love this person, how can I stop them? Right? It's hard to say no. אחד החסידים הנפלאים שמקבלים בצורה של גבול עצומות עוצמתי הוא ממורה הנהיגה העוצר את הרכב של התלמיד בברקס פתאומי ומסביר לו על התמרור של היד הנופף לשלום. So he says, one of the great gifts, wondrous gifts that we receive in the form of a gvul, in the form of a boundary, a very strong boundary, is from our driving teachers, who stops the brakes of the student suddenly, and explains he's just saying, like, as an example, like
No,
a Rasha. Oh, he's a rabbi in Yerushalayim. His name is Yaakov Rashevsky. He's like very interesting character. He's really amazing. And let me just look up this. Okay. So it's interesting what he's saying. I think what he's saying, he's like, he's saying one of the great gifts that we get in this way from a teacher when they're telling us no is like when we're learning to drive, because a driving teacher teaches you like things that are really important to, you have to stop when you have to stop, if it's like very serious. And so it's a big gift to be told no, like don't do, like it's a very, very important part of the learning.
Mhm.
And so he said he explains to him about the traffic sign, Shel Hayad Hanofef L'Shalom. I think he means those, those like big blow up dolls that like they're like waving at the when you're driving by, and they're like that funny thing, and it's like
Yeah.
I think he's like, I don't know, I think he's talking about that, meaning like to get your attention, meaning like those things, they like it's hard to not see them, like you like have to look at them.
Mm.
And so basically like in waking us up to notice the signs, like when to stop, basically. Hatzira shel amore he me'ain chesed shebegvura. So this teacher teaching the student to stop. This is chesed shebegvura, which has been today. Gam tamur ba'atzmo, also the traffic light itself. Shnehem megilim li kama hagavur afshar chasadim u'merchav shel tnua. Both of them, the teacher and the sign itself, they teach me this boundary, how much it allows this great realm of movement and loving kindness, right? Because we're loving kindness and gevura. It's the chesed of gevura, right? So like that gift of gevura, like it allows you to be able to drive, to know when to stop.
So I guess we're gonna learn that what.
Gevura Sheva Gevura is
Yeah.
coming next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Okay.
Serious stuff. Gevura Sheva Gevura. We'll see what he says. So, כשאני מזהה שאני לא מסוגל לתת את הגבול הנכון לאותו אוהב, לעתים אני מגלה אמת לא פשוטה. זוהי לא האהבה שאינו מאפשרת לי לשים גבול, זוהי החרדה. So when I am not able to give a proper boundary to somebody that I love, in those times I'm revealing a not so simple truth. The fact that this love doesn't really allow me to put a boundary. This is the sorry, just translate his words.
Oh.
So I'll get it right for you and all of us. Right. So he's saying it's not the love that I love this person that isn't allowing me to make the boundary. It's anxiety. The החרדה היא שורש השנאה והכאב. Says anxiety is the root of hatred and pain. זו שגומרת לי לפגוע בעצמי ובאוהביי. It's the thing that makes me hurt myself and others. כשאני מפחד להיות בגבול המאופשר לי להיות, אני חרד שמא שוב יהיה לבד. When I'm afraid to put a boundary which will allow me to be, I'm in this state of anxiety that I'll be alone. Meaning, like a person doesn't want to tell someone they love no because they're afraid that then they're going to be alone. The person's not going to want to be with them.
Yeah.
ואני בוחר להישאר ביחד באווירה לא כנה. So instead of saying no, I choose to stay in this place of together, but it's not sincere. It's not real because you're really supposed to say no. אני נשאר לבד גם כשאני ביחד. I'm alone even though we're still together. כאשר החסד שבגבורה מתגלה, so when this balance of chesed and gevura, the chesed of gevura is revealed, אמירת הלא מגלה לסבובי כמה אני באמת רוצה לקרבתם. When it's done right, this no that I say to those that are around me, this shows actually how much I want their closeness. ואמירת הכן מתגלה בעוצמה חדשה ממקום פנימי מלא חירות. So then when I'm really able to set the boundary of saying no when it's time to say no, so then, and it allows for this this space of true connection. Then after that, when I say yes, it reveals a whole new, with a whole new strength and power, from a deep, deep and free place. This yes. So it also frees the yes when I say the no in the right time and place. So what did we get from this? Chesed Shebegavura, this day, that it's really a gift to say no. It allows for the saying yes, and the fear of saying no, that would make a separation when we want connection, it's actually making even kind of like a more hidden separation. Instead of, preserving the connection by not saying no, it's actually making the separation anyway, but it's like in a way, it's in a worse way because it's as if not. And when we do set the boundary in a good way, it makes, when we're able to flow and go along with things, all the more so deep and real and free.
Yeah, because then it's sincere.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's cool. It's like so much more balanced.
Yeah. Wait, so then what's Kavura Shabikavura? That's interesting. I'm just trying to think about what Kavura Shabikavura would be, like
Right.
setting boundaries for the sake of boundaries.
Right. Well, we can see where he takes it. He is calling it intimiut sheba intimiut, closeness of closeness, or intimacy of intimacy.
Oh, interesting. Because it's like like everything is like condensed into.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. We're going right into it. I mean, it's like, perfect timing. It's perfect timing for the class. I was thinking maybe since it's getting to be summer hours that we should make the class a little later, but I remember you have to travel, so it's better for you to not make it.
Actually move here.
Really? Oh, that would make it easier.
We'll see. I mean, maybe temporarily. I don't want to spend summer in Bavaria.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Sweltering.
too much traveling also.
Okay. So that would be convenient. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to grab a cup of water and then we'll go into the next one. We'll do Gavura Sheva Gavura. And Tzipora said she wanted to come, but she'd be here now, so hopefully she'll come.
Oh, wait, oh, it's Sippy.
Yeah, Sippy.
Okay. Beit Chabad isn't open this week, is it?
What's that?
Beit Chabad is not open this week, are they? I haven't heard anything. Beit Chabad, the Chabad house here.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. I think everything's like a little slow to restart. This is feeling like
It's still chased up.
It's funny this morning. I thought, you know what? Like, also this, I'm like, even if it's like one person, like, let's do it because like it'll help us get moving again,
Exactly.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol nidbar.
Amen. This is a long day today. I don't know.
I worked also a lot today, actually. I'm getting a lot done, but I'm finding like that. I find these little windows when it's like when nobody does anything like that, then I get a lot done. I just want to show you. I got the Northern Lights when I got there. Isn't that cool?
Oh, interesting.
It's like moving and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a background thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I never tried it before. I never had one before that's like a little moving. Because it's like moving, but it's not like crazy distracting. It's like kind of,
Yeah.
Okay. From Chesed Sheba Gevura into Gevura Sheba Gevura, into Intimiut Sheba Intimiut. אוקיי. אחת היכולות הנפלאות שיש היא ההסכמה והיכולת ליצור אינטימיות, להיות באינטימיות. He says one of the most wondrous things that there is to do is to agree and to be able to go to a place of intimacy and to be in intimacy. Pnimiyut hagvura hi intimiyut. He says the inside story, the inner truth of Gevura is intimacy. Koach HaChesed shani marchiv oti letet ahava lekol ha'olam. So Chesed is this place where I expand myself to give love to the whole world. Koach HaGevura sheyesh bo intimiyut ma'afsher li liot kol kuli im adam echad. The power of Gevura, which has in it intimacy, it allows me to be completely there for one person. Ata ha'adam achi yakar li ba'olam ka'et. You are the most precious person to me in the world now. Intimiyut sheva intimiyut. The intimacy of intimacy. Yichola lehitbata kashe'ani mesocheach im ha'yeled shli. So this intimacy of intimacy can express itself when I am having a conversation with my child. הלב יכול להיות טורד בדברים אחרים, או אפילו לא טרוד, אלא מעניק אהבה שווה לכל החדר שבו אני נמצא בתוכם גם ילדי. My heart could be filled with all of these other things that are bothering it, or even not so, but instead, I could fill that room with love where I am with my child. We'll keep going. We'll see what he says. Hopefully we'll understand. הבקשה העמוקה של הילד היא, אבא, אני צריך שתאהוב רק אותי עכשיו. The true asking that the child is asking of me, and then the request is that, Abba, I want you to love just me right now. כשאני מעז ליצור קשר עין איתו, והוא מעז ליצור קשר עין איתי, נוצרת אינטימיות בתוך אינטימיות. אינטימיות הלב שהתפנה באינטימיות העין שהתפנתה. So when I am brave I'm brave enough to make eye contact with him, and he is brave to make eye contact with me. So this is intimacy of intimacy, intimacy of the heart that is making space, and intimacy of the eye that is making space. זה שכתוב, כי עין בעין יראה בשוב Hashem. This is like the pasuk says, talking about the Geula coming, that we'll see it eye to eye. כלומר, חלק מביטוי שיבת הבורא לציון הוא שאנחנו יכולים לראות עין בעין. אינטימיות שבאינטימיות. That is to say, part of this expression of Kadosh Baruch Hu, of the Creator returning to Zion, is that we will be able to see eye to eye. Intimacy of intimacy. V'ken pniyot halev pniyot ha'ayin. The heart and the mind, and the eye. Intimiyut hi midato shel Yitzchak Avinu, shegila et sod ha'ava ben ish v'isha. So the Gevura, right? He's translating Gevura as intimacy. So this is the midah of Yitzchak Avinu that revealed the secret of love between a husband and wife, a man and a woman. Excuse me. Yitzchak הוא הראשון בתורה שכתוב עליו שאהב את אשתו, וזהו סוד האינטימיות. Yitzchak Avinu was the first one in the Torah that it's written about him that he loved his wife. And this is the secret of intimacy. אני לא מצווה להיות באינטימיות עם כל העולם. I'm not commanded to be in this state of intimacy with all of the world. אבל עם אלו שאני כן, הציווי הוא אינו רק מתבקש, אלא ממש נדרש. But for those who that I am meant to be in this intimacy with, what's asked of me, what's commanded of me, it's not just like a request, it's like needed, like you really have to do it. כשהוא נפגע, אני חשוף לפצעי הגבורה, כמו שמובא בכמה מקומות, פגוע בו מידת הדין. מידת הדין מתגלה כשהחיבור הפשוט והמבורך לאינטימיות נפגע. והלב נמצא
That's interesting. Oh, I feel like it's clicking in my head now.
say?
Oh, because somebody explained verse like a power of like drawing forth. Like kind of like an awe that kind of like draws forth. And it's kind of like what intimacy is. It's like a laser focus that kind of like draws in, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's saying, just to translate the words here, it's this, just going back a little bit, he's this intimacy which we learn from Yitzhak Avinu, which he's bringing the example of a true relationship of a man and a woman. So there's a clarification. I'm not asked to do this with the whole world. I'm asked to do it, but those who I am meant to do it with, it's very deep and necessary to like fully go there. And when it's hurt, then there's something hurt in the. I just killed a mosquito. I just like saw it and then I kind of felt it. I don't know. He says, מידת הדין מתגלה כשהחיבור הפושט והמבורך, הפשוט ומבורך לאינטימיות נפגע. He says the מידת הדין, right, this aspect of judgment is revealed when the simple connection and a simple blessed connection of intimacy is hurt. Milat Adin comes in. Va'alev nimtza be'elbon amok v'shorshi. The heart is very hurt. It's in this place of suffering. Va'refuah hi la'at la'at lachzir chibur ein v'lev. The healing of it is to slowly bring back this connection of the eye, like eye contact, and lev, and the heart. Lilmod liftoach mechadash intimiyut, to learn to open again from a new place. This intimacy. Intimiyut mul atzmi v'intimiyut mul hanashim שבשורש אני מחובר ואוהב. The intimacy between myself.
Wait, I thought intimacy was Yesod.
But he's not using it in that way. He's using it in a place of, it's very related. Like it sounds very related what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a huge mosquito.
Yesod is also like, it can be any connection. Like it doesn't have to
Yesod is like, yeah, and it's the filter, it's the relationship and connection, but it's the filter of everything up above it into Malchut. So it's like, it has this very, very special role, Yesod, that everything has everything else in it, but everything goes through Yesod. So
Yeah.
I think it is very related to, it's interesting the way he's describing that it's very related like Yesod, but he's very like a heart connection teacher. So that's like his angle on Gavur is going to be like, everything he does is like about the heart. This is this teacher in particular.
So maybe he means like closing everything else out.
He means extra focusing when it's time, like the ones that we're really connecting to really connect to them. It's not just like a suggestion, it's like a need. It's like a deep, deep thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And when it's hurt, to bring it back and to learn to heal it, meaning slowly to reopen and make the connection again. intimacy with myself and with those that I'm connected to in a root way in love. Od nizke lirot v'liot kevrishona ein b'ain. He said, someday we will have that zchut to see and be in a place of like in the beginning, ein b'ain, with true connections. Interesting what he's bringing.
Yeah.
Interesting angle. Okay, do you have to run off or we have time? Okay, let's do a little of the Parshat Shmini.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks in a row. I mean, we didn't really read it in shul.
Right,
I think it's 2 weeks
meaning
in a row.
it's this week and it was last week. Yeah, I thought so also, but I noticed that there's, I think, guess because Chag came out on Shabbos, so we didn't like. There's years where we like read Shmini like so many times. It happens. Okay. Oh, where are we? Let's get the right page. Oh.
Yeah, it's actually I mean, it's just my birthday.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so.
What day?
It was like, it was monthly Shabbos. Monthly
Oh, wow.
Sunday.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
Right after Pesach goes out.
right, yes.
Or the second Chag of Pesach if you were in Chutzaret.
Exactly, so I did like a whole meal of Chag and everything, so it's like right, Pesach, my birthday. Yeah,
Wow, nice.
I was gonna say
That's
Shmini
a-
is the parsha I was born on.
Mm. Wow, and you're like the Shmini of Pesach,
Oh, that's interesting.
right?
Yeah.
Nice,
Yep.
beautiful. Should be a great year.
Man,
He's gone.
yeah, totally. Alright. Yeah, I feel like the year is restarting.
Yeah, it's a very like Rosh Hashanah situation with Pesach.
I feel like that.
So that would be your birthday, I'm sure, all the more so.
Yeah,
So on the level.
yeah.
Okay. Let's do one of these. At least. Initiating the Kodesh Kodeshim, initiating closeness. This is back to Shlomo and the Parsha Shmini. How is it that Nadav and Avihu initiated the Holy of Holies, and why did they do it? We generally understand that the Kodesh HaKodeshim is meant for people who are sitting, waiting for the fire from heaven. You know what Nadav and Avihu did? They turned to God and said, Ribono Shel Olam, I'm taking fire from outside and I'm running in. Nadav and Avihu were bringing down that when you're running to the Ribono Shel Olam, don't just run to the Kodesh, run all the way to the Kodesh Kodeshim. According to our tradition in the Zohar Kodesh, it says, Eliyahu is the soul of Nadav and Avihu, and Eliyahu and Avi is the one who restores closeness between parents and children. When do I have a chance to get closest to my children? When my child comes home from school with straight A's, everything is good, everything is beautiful. When they have a fire from above, they have a fire from above shining down on them. But when they don't have a fire from above and they have a little strange fire and don't know what to do with themselves, this is the time. It's then that they say to themselves, let's go to the Kodesh Kodeshim just for 1 minute. What did Aaron Cohen do? Aaron didn't go to the Kodesh Kodeshim to ask forgiveness. He didn't say a word in there. But do you know what Aaron Cohen did? He said to the Ribono Shel Olam, all I'm asking is to let me be close to you for 1 second. On Yom Kippur, I'm standing before God and I'm doing tshuva. And I'm asking for forgiveness. It's all beautiful, but Aaron Cohen comes and says the actual sins are not the problem. The problem is that we weren't close enough to God. We've got to be so much closer. Why is there such an interest in Kabbalah and everyone is looking for the deepest secrets of the Torah? Everybody wants to run into Kodesh Kodeshim because all of the Shivrei Luchet are crying, Ribono Shel Olam, take me to the place which is Kodesh Kodeshim. I don't want you to teach me Torah, which everybody knows. When it comes to learning, first you learn Aleph Beis, then you learn Chumash, then you learn Gemara, then you learn Rambam, and maybe then you learn something. You see what it is. When you want to be close, you start from the top. So Shlomo. Okay.
I'm sure people keep running to Capella. I mean, I also do.
Yeah, no, this is the generation. We have to. Like, we need to.
Yeah,
Which is running to the Kodesh Kodeshim.
but then they died.
Yeah. so it's an interesting thing because like a lot of what I'm finding in the learning around Daven Avihu and like the Pnimiut is like how they're very, very high. As you know, but they died. Like it doesn't talk about that aspect as much as it talks about like how what they're symbolizing.
So, yeah, because that they weren't married
Right,
and they were doing the avoda,
right.
so
Mm-hmm.
that it seems like a lack of integration.
Right, right. Yeah, the desire and the what their idea, the wanting to be close and the going to the Holy of Holies, that's where you can focus on what to learn from that.
Yeah,
But like from a place of having kalim, from a place of where, being able to receive it and integrate it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because the Kohen Gadol, like, he always needs to be married, like,
Yeah.
he could be like in a coma or somewhere, whatever, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting.
Okay, amazing.
Yep,
Okay, a little bit more
okay, yeah,
if you have koach. Well, it's not so long. We'll do one more page and then we'll let it be. It doesn't look like Zippy's coming this time, but hopefully she'll come next time. Okay, this one is called Staying Strong, Being Connected to Above. What is it to be in exile? To be in exile means I am disconnected from above. And if I'm disconnected from above, I don't have strength. It says in the book of Eicha, Alchu belo koach lifnei rodef. They went without strength before the persecutor. I don't have strength physically, spiritually, mentally. Why did Pinchas have the strength to be ready to be killed and lose the coming world, mamish, to save Israel? Because Pinchas is connected to above. What did Nadav and Avihu want? They saw we were building a Mishkan and they said, Master of the world, I want more than that. To wait for the fire from above means that there is above and there is below, and you are connected. But if you're connected, you must wait until they push the button up there and send the fire down. Do you know what Nadav and Avihu wanted? They didn't want that there should be an above and below. Even that's not enough. I'm taking fire from below and I'm running to the Kodesh Kodeshim. I don't want any above and below anymore. Since we're not ready for Mashiach, they gave us a little taste of it, but it didn't happen yet. The moment Pinchas killed Zimri, the neshamas of Nadav and Avihu entered his body. It says in the Zohar. Suddenly there was no more above, there was no more below, it was just one. Do you know why Yiddishkeit hasn't penetrated Israel yet? The most we offer those that aren't connected yet is just to connect yourself a little bit to the above. But do you know something? They don't want that. They want more than that. They know inside, deep down, they know the inside of the inside. What they really need now is that there is no more above and there is no more below. Wow. Speaking of integration,
yeah,
that's chazak. It's like not just I want something from above, like I want like no more of any separation at all.
once again, so I missed part of it, that Pinchas killed Zimri.
Right, so
And
it
then
says the
go
Zohar,
to-
right in that moment, Nadav and Avihu's souls went into his body. So there was no more above and no more below. It was all one, which is that's what they were about. They were like, they didn't want any separation, just full connection. And that's what he's saying. That's what we want in the end of days. That's this, like you're saying, everyone running to learning the deepest Torahs and learning to learn Kabbalah and these kinds of things. It's and it's such a time of, it's such a physical world for so long. And so this like very strong desire to run to this like very high place, but we're so physical. It's like dissolving all the separations between these things. It's like the highest and the lowest together, which is like beyond either of them. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we should be blessed to have the intimacy of intimacy and connect for real. We're meant to connect and and bring holiness in such a way that there can be full integration and help bring that light down in the world that is what people are yearning for so much in our times. And we should receive and understand whatever that is that we need to understand of it and Oh, look, this is okay. We have to do one more because of your birthday, because it's talking about the eighth day.
Oh, cool.
Okay, longing for the eighth day. Everybody knows that there are 7 days in a week. What's the eighth day? As much as we all want everything, do we know what we really want? We want something which we don't know about yet, something which we have yet to taste. We have a feeling there's something in the world that we don't know of yet. I know that I need money in the bank. I need this more, I need that more. It's all very special. But Vayihi b'yom hashmini is not even part of this world, right? The eighth is beyond this world. I'm longing for something and I don't know what it is. Do you know what's happening to the world? We're looking for something special in all the wrong places. You know what the holiness of our children is? They're looking for the eighth day before they even know about the 7 days. They have this deep longing for something, they just don't know what it is. But do you know what the Torah says? The Ribono Shel Olam has it for you. Don't run to Hollywood, don't go to discotheque, don't run to India. It's right here for you. Do you know what Nadav and Avihu brought down to the world? Eish zara asher lo tziva Hashem. They brought down to the world that even if a little Yidela is holding unholy fires in his hands, if he is mamish consumed by the unholy fires, he should have the chutzpah to run into the holies and say, Ribono Shel Olam, this is not what I really want. You know what I want? V'hi b'yom hashmini. I want something so holy. I want something so deep. I want something which the whole world doesn't know exists. We're living in a world where there is so much longing for the eighth day. Take the generation of the 60s. They weren't looking for the seventh day. They were looking for the eighth day. And then Nebuch, they lost faith in the world and they decided, okay, let's cut it out. There's no eighth day. Let's be happy with the 7 days. Nowadays, it's a little bit in the middle. Do you know what they were so angry at? Why they were so angry at their parents? Because their parents never told them about the eighth day. If any of those kids would have talked to their parents about the eighth day, they would tell them to go see a psychiatrist. According to our holy sages in the Zohar Kodesh, Nadav and Avihu went into the neshama of Eliyahu Hanavi, and everybody knows that Eliyahu Hanavi brings peace between parents and children. What's Eliyahu Hanavi telling parents? Do you know why your children are so angry at you? Because you didn't tell them. Hey!
Hello.
Wow, you made it in the last 2 minutes.
Well, better than
Yeah, you get the full scoot.
it's really tough for me to make it. I can't get everything
Yeah,
accomplished before that.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what's the best timing.
I'm gonna sit on the other side of you.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking now about the Parsha of Shmini a little bit
Okay.
from Reb Shlomo, and he's talking about how in the what we really want is like the eighth day, like the beyondness of things, and the children that are. He's talking about in the 60s. What everyone was looking for was the eighth day, not just the 7 days, but then they gave up on the eighth day and just agreed to settle for the 7 days. And he said, now I feel like we're somewhere in the middle. And he's saying those kids in the 60s, they were angry at their parents because their parents never talked to them about the eighth day. And there was no space for it. So then he goes into talking about the Zohar Kodesh that says that Nadav and Avihu went into the neshama of Eliyahu Hanavi. And everybody knows, he's brought this up a few times. Eliyahu Hanavi brings peace between parents and children. V'heshiv lev avot el banim ve'lev banim al avotam. This is one of the promises of Eliyahu Hanavi, is that he brings peace between the hearts of the children and the parents. What is Eliyahu Hanavi telling parents? Do you know why your children are so angry at you? Because you didn't tell them about the Kodesh Kodeshim. You didn't tell them about Vehi b'yom hashmini. You didn't tell them that a Jew can run into the Holy of Holies from the lowest place in the world. Always, always. This should be the first thing we are giving over to our children. After Parshat Shmini comes Parshat Tazria, when a mother can't come to the Beis HaMikdash after birth. Do you know what a mother is telling her children? Even if I can't go to the Beis HaMikdash right now, I could always go on the eighth day. The mother says to the child, look at me, come with me to the eighth day. Children are compared to the eighth day. Children are Kodesh Kodeshim. A mother says, I don't care if I can't go to the Beis HaMikdash for a little while. I tasted the holies of holies. It keeps me going.
Holy holies, meaning the house.
The eighth day,
Okay,
meaning
good.
the eighth day is like the beyond.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, yeah,
That recognizes the
yeah.
information.
What it sounds like. Yeah, yeah.
So why do we only keep 7?
Well, I mean, in Yom HaShmini, like the Parsha is Shmini,
Yeah,
and this is the day that it was inaugurated. It was the day that the Shekhinah actually came down. So something about like this world, this experience of being in the world is about wanting something beyond this world. And the connection between heaven and earth and getting to this place of actual building a house for Hashem in the world where the offering that we're bringing from this worldly level is received is the eighth. It's the Kodesh Kodeshim, it's the beyond. So we have to be in the world in order to get there. If we kept eighth in the first place, we're just like,
if you don't get the first seven, you can't get the eighth.
yeah, he was saying before something about that there's like he said little kids, he says, do you know what the holiest of our children is? They're looking for the eighth day before they even know about the 7 days. It's what kids are like. It's perfect, like makes so much sense to what we're saying. Yeah, they have a deep longing for something, they just don't know what it is. And the Torah, but the Torah says that Ribono Shel Olam has everything for you. But what he's saying in the deepest sense is that it's not just that it's something beyond. He's saying that because what they did, there's the factor that is less focused on, but what they did, Nadav and Avihu, was they brought an Eish Zara. They brought something wrong. Like it's not appropriate, meaning it's like symbolizing a very low place. And they brought it to the Kodesh Kodeshim. Meaning that's the point of the Kodesh Kodeshim, the point of what the parents are really supposed to say to the children is like, no matter what, like no matter what you did, I am telling you about the Kodesh Kodeshim, and you can always go there. That's the idea that Shlomo's bringing through. It's very strong.
Oh, it's interesting, because like the whole thing with Balk Or is that, it's like the worst of the Tuma, it's like that they worship like feces and sexual stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's interesting because I feel like, I mean, it's my own idea, but maybe like the rectification for that in that type of energy is like actual integration. I mean, because they're saying like, oh, like look at this lowest thing, we're gonna like bring it up to our God or whatever. And if we say we're gonna integrate like the most holy things, then maybe like that's like the counter piece of that.
I don't understand exactly.
Oh, because meaning that they're saying that they're gonna worship these species or use the feces, the lowest things to like to worship their God. So maybe the counter part to that energy would be like if we say that we're gonna use like the most physical things and elevate that so that there's like no separation. It's like they had a certain idea, they took it the wrong way, and then we're taking the same idea.
Like they're worshiping it as opposed to elevating all of the details of life.
I guess so, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what we're learning from these Hasidic masters, also from we were learning before about the Sphira, because we're focusing also on the Sphira a lot this time period, is this place of Yaakov Rashavsky is saying that it's Gavura Sheba Gavura, which is what we're just going into now tonight, is it's intimacy of intimacy, meaning that Gavura is about connection, about intimacy, about this deepest place, and the Gavura of Gavura would be to go to the place of realizing where I'm meant to have that deepest connection is very specific. It's not just like an open thing. It's a very specific thing. And when it's very specific, it needs to be intimacy, like the intimacy of intimacy, like the deepest thing. So this going to the deepest place and then bringing it over to connecting to the Parsha and Shmini and what happened with Nadav and Avihu and what we're learning from the Panimiyut of the Torah, the Zohar Kodesh brought, Rav Shlomo brought it twice, that Nadav and Avihu, that they're, when this happened, their souls are Eliyahu Navi, the connection between parents and children, this place of the parent who could be in a different place and just looking at the child and saying, why is this child not, developed or perfect or whatever it is, they're a child. To bring them together is to tell them what he's saying. You and your state, whatever it is, there's the eighth day. There's the Holy of Holies. Like, it's for you, from where you are.
Yeah.
So Hashem, in His K, to do such good things, and make those connections. Yeah, and
Because that's like the deepest love. The deepest love is like that it's not conditional, that it always just
Right.
flows. And yeah.
so interesting that he brings it for Gevurah Shem Gevurah.
I think about Pesach preparation,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're just introducing somebody to it, all they see is the hard work and the cleaning. But the whole thing is on the eighth day, or the final day before Passover, everything transforms. It goes from the grubby and the chaos to order and beauty. And it's worth it to get that order of beauty to go through all the other days. Because the order of beauty is like the eighth day.
Wow. Okay. Hello. Hi. How are you? We just finished class, actually. It's at 7:00. We just finished class. It's at 7:00. I sent you a message. Did you see? For the timing. I know we were saying after Pesach, everyone's like trying to get back on the class.
Is there any
I wanted to
chance
go to
you
another
take
place. I
it?
said, no, I'm gonna finish there and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. It's a hard hour.
Would you consider having it?
Doing a bit later?
7:30 at least?
What
Maybe.
day you have class?
Maybe we could do, so this week I'm not going to Yerushalayim, but maybe we could do another class this week because I'm not going to Yerushalayim. Let me turn this off.